Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance. We are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Wentz. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Carson Wentz had Zach Ertz and later Dallas Goedert during his time in Philadelphia as excellent tight ends. But I think he'll grow to like Jack Doyle as well with the Colts. That connection there gives him a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Wentz going to throw. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 1st and 10, Taylor now. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
On first down, it's Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Wentz going to give this to Taylor, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well. And he connects on a big one there. Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And just shutting him off there. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wentz to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll check this down to Hines. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When the season began, the Colts went through a 3-man shuffle about who would emerge as the lead running back for them. It turned out to be Jonathan Taylor, the rookie out of Wisconsin. But when they needed a pass catcher out of the backfield, it was Nyheim Hines. 63 catches, 3rd most by a running back in the NFL.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. The toss here completed to Pittman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd down. It's Taylor, and he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down. whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. DeForest Buckner, all-pro defensive tackle there on the stop. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson from the shotgun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Grover Stewart. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. Wentz now on 1st down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 1st down, Colts. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. To throw is Wentz. This to Hines on the drop-off. Not much there, only a yard. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Taylor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Brings up 2nd and a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Carson Wentz hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback. If the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over first at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second and 8. Now a play fake. Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wentz now to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st down, it's Taylor trying to run inside, but nothing there. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 10. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up third and manageable.
And every play that's run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a third and manageable, nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
The Colts on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. They find some open field here. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on first. Oh no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partner, is that with every play called
and I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, it's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now Wentz. Finding Pascal. And he's out of bounds to stop the clock. He gets a first, but just 10 seconds remaining. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. From midfield, here's Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Come on, let's go.
So the final seconds tick